When Igor rented a new apartment in an old concrete building, he was relieved to finally find a cheap place close to work. The flat was small but clean. The only thing that puzzled him was the silence in the stairwell, almost unnatural. On his first evening, when he went out to take out the trash, he noticed something odd. All the doors in the building looked old and worn out except one, the door of apartment 13 right across from his. It was brand new, black, metallic with a modern lock, but strangely, it had no nameplate or doorbell. The next evening, while Igor was cooking dinner, he heard a faint knocking sound coming through the wall. At first, he thought it was just the neighbors, but then the knocks repeated. 3 short ones, 2 long ones, like a pattern. Later, he noticed something even stranger. Whenever he came home late at night, the door of apartment 13 was slightly open, just a few inches. But the moment he looked directly at it, it would slowly close, as if someone inside was holding it shut. One evening, curious and uneasy, he finally knocked on the door. Silence. Just as he turned to leave, a whisper came from behind the door. "Don't open when they knock at night." Igor froze, his blood running cold. Did I really hear that? He thought. That very night, he was woken by a violent knocking on his own door. Loud, aggressive, demanding. He rushed to the peephole, but there was nobody there, just the empty, dark hallway. Still, the banging continued. First on his door, then on the kitchen window, then back at the door again. And then, from apartment 13, he heard the knocking again. The same strange rhythm. 3 short, 2 long. A warning. Terrified, Igor stepped away from his door and sat in the corner until morning. Only then did the noises stop. The next day, he went down to the building's concierge to ask who lived in apartment 13. The old woman gave him a puzzled look. "Son, nobody's lived there for 20 years. The tenant was murdered inside. They say he knocked on the neighbors' doors, begging for help, but no one opened." Igor went pale. When he came back upstairs, the door to apartment 13 was standing wide open. Inside, nothing but darkness. And from that darkness, a whisper drifted out. "Thank you for listening."